Hello there, and welcome to the Sleeping Science Bedtime. Tonight we'll drift through the quiet architecture of the universe, a place where light moves slower and time forgets to hurry, as we witness the deep, dark transformation of a star into a silent vessel of memory. Perhaps the day has been full of noise, pulling your attention in 1,000 directions. But here, the only direction is inward, toward the soft center of existence. Let your shoulders rest. Let gravity hold you, for it is the same force that guides the planets and anchors the stars in their ancient paths. Tonight, we'll drift through the quiet laws of the black hole, exploring how the universe gathers itself into a state of perfect, heavy peace. If this calm space brings you peace, consider sharing it. It helps other wandering minds find their way here too. Now, let's begin. The journey begins in the high, cold reaches of the vacuum, where a massive star has finished its long song of fire. For millions of years, it held itself against the crush of its own weight, pushing outward with the golden pressure of light and heat. But now, the fuel has thinned, and the outward push begins to soften, leaving the star to settle into the embrace of its own mass. You can feel the shift in the rhythm of the cosmos, a slow leaning into the dark that marks the start of a new, quieter era. It is not a fall, but a graceful surrendering to the geometry of space. And still, it turns. As the star contracts, it does not disappear, but rather concentrates its essence into a smaller and smaller volume. The atoms, once dancing in the frantic heat of fusion, now move closer together, finding comfort in their shared proximity. The surface of the star, once a chaotic sea of plasma, becomes smooth and taut as it pulls inward toward its core. You see the light changing color, shifting from a vibrant blue to a deep, resonant red as the gravity begins to stretch the very waves of luminescence. The space around the star starts to curve, like a silken sheet holding a heavy glass marble. The rhythm continues. The vacuum is no longer a void, but a responsive fabric that dips and bows under the increasing density of the collapsing sun. This curvature is the language of gravity, a silent invitation for everything nearby to lean toward the center. You are watching the birth of a well in the fabric of the night, a place where the straight lines of the universe begin to elegantly circle inward. There is no urgency in this movement, only the steady, inevitable pull of a mass that has decided to occupy less space. The star is shedding its brightness to find its weight, and everything rests in its place. Below the surface of this gathering mass, the pressure reaches a point where the familiar laws of matter begin to dissolve. The electrons and protons, once distinct and energetic, are pressed so tightly that they merge, becoming a sea of neutrons. This material is so dense that a single teaspoon of it would weigh as much as a mountain, yet it remains fluid and calm. You can sense the immense power held in this stillness, a concentration of reality that defies the imagination. It is a quiet reservoir of potential, waiting for the final transition. Still, the universe breathes. The star continues to shrink, passing through the threshold where even the strength of neutrons cannot hold back the tide of gravity. It reaches a critical size, known as the Schwarzschild radius, a mathematical boundary that marks the point of no transition. At this distance, the escape velocity required to leave the star's influence equals the speed of light itself. It is a soft, invisible line in the dark, a shore where the waves of light can no longer return to the sea. You observe this boundary not as a wall, but as a change in the texture of reality, and the quiet holds. Once the star collapses within this radius, the event horizon forms, a perfect sphere of absolute shadow that masks the mystery within. This horizon is the ultimate veil, a place where the outside world and the inner sanctuary are forever separated by the physics of light. It is a surface of pure mathematics, possessing no physical substance, yet it is the most solid boundary in the cosmos. You watch as the last flickers of light from the star's surface seem to freeze at this edge, lingering like a memory. The current flows without effort. Time, which once marched forward with a steady pulse, begins to stretch and thin near this dark shore. To a distant observer, Anything approaching the horizon appears to slow down, as if the universe were reluctant to let go of the image. The seconds lengthen into minutes, and the minutes into years, creating a shimmering suspension of movement. You feel the weight of this temporal stretching, a slowing of the cosmic heartbeat that brings a profound sense of stillness. It is as if the universe is holding its breath, and the rhythm of the deep endures. As you linger near the event horizon, you notice how the starlight from the rest of the galaxy is pulled and bent into glowing arcs. This gravitational lensing creates a halo of distorted beauty around the shadow, a ring of trapped photons that dance in a permanent circle. The light does not fall in, nor does it escape. It simply orbits, caught in the perfect balance of the black hole's grip. This photon sphere is a cathedral of light, built from the rays of 1,000 distant suns, and light drifts onward. The space here is not empty, but filled with the invisible influence of frame dragging, where the spinning mass of the black hole pulls the very fabric of space-time along with it. It is like a slow, celestial whirlpool, turning the vacuum into a moving current that guides all who enter. You feel the gentle rotation of the universe, a rhythmic swirl that ensures nothing remains static in the presence of such density. The motion is fluid and constant, a dance of geometry that transcends the need for friction. The orbit holds. Further out, an accretion disk of gas and dust swirls toward the horizon, heated by the friction of its own movement until it glows with a fierce, steady brilliance. This ring of matter is the last testimony of the material world before it enters the quietude of the whole. It ripples with waves of energy, sending out whispers of X-rays and radio waves that speak of the immense forces at play. You see the matter spiraling inward, a golden drain of stardust that feeds the dark center, and life adjusts once more. The matter in the disk does not simply vanish. It is processed by the gravity, its information etched into the very surface of the event horizon. There is a profound order in this descent, a conservation of the star's history and the history of everything it has consumed. The black hole acts as a cosmic librarian, gathering the data of the universe and storing it in a two-dimensional shell of unimaginable complexity. You feel a sense of security in this preservation, knowing that nothing is truly lost. The network endures. Deep within the horizon, the roles of space and time undergo a strange and beautiful reversal. The direction toward the center of the black hole becomes as inevitable as the movement toward tomorrow is in our world. You cannot turn back from the center any more than you can turn back from the future. This shift creates a singular focus, a destination that is both a place and a moment in time. It is a path of absolute certainty, leading toward the heart of the mystery. And peace lingers. The center itself is the singularity, a point where the curvature of space-time becomes infinite, and the known laws of physics softly bow out. It is a place of infinite density and zero volume, a mathematical whisper that holds the mass of entire suns. You do not see the singularity, but you feel its presence as the ultimate anchor of the system. It is the destination of all things that cross the horizon, a final resting place where matter is stripped of its form, and everything rests. As matter approaches this central point, it experiences the gentle stretching of tidal forces, a phenomenon known as spaghettification. The pull on the leading edge is slightly stronger than the pull on the trailing edge, causing the matter to lengthen into thin, elegant strands. This is not a violent act, but a refinement of shape, a return to the fundamental strings of existence. You watch as complex structures are simplified, reduced to their most basic and beautiful components. The current flows without effort. This process of simplification is the ultimate expression of entropy, the universe's way of seeking the most stable and balanced state. The black hole represents the maximum entropy possible for a given region of space, a state of perfect thermodynamic equilibrium. It is the end of the journey for heat and chaos, a transition into a cold, dark harmony. You feel the coolness of this state, a relief from the frantic energy of the living stars, and the quiet returns to the roots. The black hole is not merely a taker, it is also a silent participant in the quantum life of the vacuum. At the very edge of the horizon, Pairs of virtual particles are constantly blinking into and out of existence. Occasionally, one particle falls into the dark, while the other escapes into the void, a process known as Hawking radiation. This tiny, persistent glow is the black hole's way of whispering back to the universe. It is a slow evaporation, a gentle returning of mass to the cosmos, and wonder expands. This radiation is so faint and slow that it would take trillions of years for a large black hole to vanish, but it represents a fundamental connection between the dark and the light. It ensures that the black hole is part of the great cycle of renewal, a long exhaling of the energy it has gathered over eons. You sense the immense patience of this process, a timeline that makes the life of a galaxy seem like a mere heartbeat. Time is no longer a ruler, but a vast, open sea. Still, the universe breathes. The black hole's mass determines its temperature, with the smallest holes being the hottest and most active. A hole the size of a mountain would glow with a fierce, white heat, while a supermassive giant at the center of a galaxy is colder than the deepest reaches of space. This relationship is a perfect inversion of our daily experience, a reminder that in the deep cosmos, the largest things are often the most still. You lean into this cold, quiet stability, finding comfort in its permanence, and silence follows. At the heart of every major galaxy, a supermassive black hole sits like a silent king, governing the motion of billions of stars. These giants weigh millions or even billions of times more than our Sun, providing the gravitational glue that holds the galactic structure together. Without their steady presence, the stars would drift aimlessly through the void, losing their sense of place. You see the galaxy as a vast, rotating flower, with the black hole as its dark, essential seed. The rhythm continues. The influence of these central black holes extends far beyond their horizons, shaping the very evolution of the universe. When they consume large amounts of matter, they can trigger the birth of new stars or quench the fires of old ones through powerful jets of energy. These jets shoot out from the poles, traveling across the intergalactic void like beams of cosmic lighthouse light. They are the voice of the dark, announcing the presence of the hidden power within, and light drifts onward. As you witness these jets, you realize that the black hole is an engine of transformation, taking the chaotic gas of the galaxy and refining it into pure energy. It is a recycler of existence, ensuring that nothing remains stagnant or unused. The energy released by the black hole can travel for millions of light years, touching distant clouds of gas and stirring them into new forms of life. You feel the interconnectedness of all things, the way the dark feeds the light. The current flows without effort. The space between the stars is not a vacuum of nothingness, but a field of potential, influenced by the invisible gravity of these dark anchors. You sense the subtle tug of distant black holes, a network of influence that spans the entire observable universe. It is a map of belonging, where every object is connected to every other object through the silent language of mass. You are part of this map, held in place by the same laws that govern the furthest quasar, and everything rests in its place. In the vicinity of a black hole, the very idea of a thing begins to blur, as matter becomes a property of the space it occupies. The distinction between the observer and the observed fades, replaced by a singular field of interaction. You are not just watching the black hole, you are part of the geometry that defines it. This realization brings a sense of profound unity, a dissolving of the ego into the vast, curved reality of the cosmos, and the quiet holds. The information paradox suggests that the history of every atom that falls into a black hole is preserved, perhaps encoded, in the vibrations of the horizon. This means the black hole is the most secure archive in existence, a vault that protects the past from the ravages of time. Even if the star is gone, its story remains, written in the dark grammar of gravity. You feel a deep reverence for this preservation, a gratitude for the universe's memory. The network endures. As the universe ages, more and more matter will find its way into these dark sanctuaries, leading to an era where black holes are the primary residents of the cosmos. This black hole era will be a time of ultimate peace, where the lights of the stars have faded and only the quiet gravity remains. It is not a lonely time, but a time of completion, where the universe has finally gathered its thoughts. You can imagine the stillness of that future, a long, dark exhale, and silence follows. Even in that far future, the Hawking radiation will continue its slow work, eventually returning all the gathered mass back to the void. The black holes will one day disappear, leaving behind a universe filled with a thin, cold mist of light. This final transition is the ultimate act of letting go, a return to the state of pure potential that existed before the first star was born. You see the beauty in this cycle, the way the dark eventually gives way to a new kind of light, and life adjusts once more. The study of black holes has taught us that the boundaries of our knowledge are not the boundaries of reality. They remind us that there is always more to see, more to understand, and more to feel in the quiet corners of the night. Every time we peer into the dark, we find a new reflection of the laws that govern our own lives, the laws of attraction, of change, and of eventual rest. You feel a sense of humility in the face of such vastness, and still, it turns. The darkness of a black hole is not the absence of light, but the presence of so much gravity that the light is simply held close. It is a protective embrace, a way for the universe to keep its most precious secrets safe from the passage of time. You find comfort in the idea that some things are meant to be hidden, tucked away in the folds of space-time. The mystery is not a problem to be solved, but a presence to be felt. The rhythm continues. As you drift back from the event horizon, the stars of the galaxy begin to appear again, no longer distorted by the heavy lens of the dark. They seem brighter now, more precious for the contrast of the void you have just visited. You carry the stillness of the black hole with you, a quiet weight in your heart that grounds you to the earth. The cosmic scale and the human scale are joined by the same invisible threads, and everything rests. The journey through the dark has not been a journey away from life, but a journey into its most fundamental mechanics. You have seen how the universe organizes itself, how it remembers, and how it eventually rests. This knowledge is a lullaby, a soft assurance that the laws of nature are consistent and kind. You can close your eyes now, knowing that the gravity which holds the stars also holds you. The current flows without effort. The transition from the bright, active disk to the silent interior of the event horizon is a masterclass in cosmic subtlety. As the last particles of dust slip across that invisible threshold, they leave behind their heat and their noise, entering a realm where the laws of thermodynamics find their ultimate expression. You sense the profound change in environment, moving from the friction of the material world into the frictionless purity of curved space. It is a descent into a perfect, quiet clarity. The quiet remains. Within this region, the density of the vacuum is such that the very idea of a particle begins to feel heavy and slow. Here, everything is translated into the language of pure geometry, where every curve and dip represents a path that matter must follow. You are no longer navigating a physical space, but a landscape of mathematical truths, where the shortest distance between 2 points is an elegant, inevitable arc. This structure provides a sense of profound order, a framework that supports the entire weight of the universe, and the rhythm continues. The event horizon itself acts as a membrane of light, a place where the incoming rays of the galaxy are gathered and concentrated. If you were to look back from this edge, the entire history of the outside world would appear to speed up, a kaleidoscope of starlight and motion compressed into a single, shimmering layer. This perspective shift reminds you that reality is a matter of where you stand and how fast your heart beats. You feel the expansion of your own awareness, stretching to meet the scale of the cosmos, and wonder expands. Below the horizon, the gravitational gradient becomes so steep that the differences between the head and the feet of any falling object become palpable. This is the beginning of the journey toward the singularity, a path that is defined by the gradual refinement of form. There is no resistance here, only a smooth, accelerating flow toward the center of existence. You feel the grace of this movement, a release of all tension as the universe takes over the work of travel. The current flows without effort. As you move deeper, the light from the outside world begins to fade into a dim, ghostly blue, then shifts into the infrared before vanishing altogether. You are entering the heart of the shadow, a place where the vacuum is so dark it feels like a physical texture against your skin. This darkness is not empty, but thick with the presence of gravity, a silent pressure that speaks of the immense mass residing just ahead. It is the most private place in the universe, a sanctuary of absolute shadow, and silence follows. The black hole does not just consume matter, it organizes it into a state of minimum complexity. In the world outside, an atom of gold is distinct from an atom of carbon, but here, those distinctions are gently set aside. Everything becomes part of the same singular field, a unified expression of energy and mass. This loss of identity is not a death, but a return to a more fundamental state of being, where the boundaries between things no longer matter. Peace lingers in the dark. This unification is the dream of physics, a place where the four fundamental forces of nature begin to merge into one. Near the singularity, the strength of gravity grows so immense that it rivals the power of the nuclear forces that hold atoms together. You are witnessing the ultimate reconciliation of the universe, a point where the large and the small finally understand one another. It is a moment of cosmic synthesis, a gathering of all the loose threads of reality. The network endures. The space inside a black hole is not static, it is constantly falling toward the singularity, carrying everything within it. To stay in one place would require more energy than exists in the entire galaxy, so you simply drift with the flow, a leaf on a dark mathematical river. This surrender to the current is the essence of peace, a recognition that some forces are too great to be fought. You let the universe carry you, trusting in the steady direction of the dark, and everything rests. The singularity at the center is often described as a point, but it is better understood as a density of time. It is the moment where all possible futures for an object within the whole finally converge into a single reality. This collapse of possibility into certainty is the ultimate resolution of the universe's story. There are no more ifs or maybes at the center, only the absolute truth of what is. You feel the weight of this truth, a solid foundation beneath the shifting sands of existence, and the quiet holds. Even in this extreme environment, the principles of information conservation hold firm. The no-hair theorem suggests that from the outside, a black hole is defined only by its mass, charge, and spin, but the interior holds the complex details of everything it has ever touched. This hidden complexity is what makes the black hole a living archive, a place where the past is never truly erased. You sense the vast library of experiences stored within this silent vault. The rhythm of the deep endures. As the black hole spins, it creates a region called the ergosphere just outside its event horizon. Here, the very space is being dragged in a circle, forcing everything to move in the direction of the hole's rotation. This frame dragging is a reminder that the universe is not just a container for matter, but an active participant in the dance of physics. You can feel the slow, steady hum of this rotation, a rhythmic pulse that vibrates through the fabric of the night. Still, the universe breathes. The ergosphere is a place where energy can be extracted from the black hole's rotation, a process known as the Penrose mechanism. It is as if the universe has provided a way to tap into the deep reserves of the dark, turning gravity into a source of usable power. This exchange of energy is a testament to the generosity of the cosmos, where even the most daunting objects offer a way to sustain life. You feel the warmth of this potential, a glow in the heart of the vacuum, and light drifts onward. Further out, the gravitational waves generated by the birth or collision of black holes ripple through the galaxy like the sound of a distant bell. These waves are the only voice that can escape the dark, carrying news of cataclysmic events across billions of light years. When they reach us, they are tiny, microscopic tremors, but they hold the power of the most energetic phenomena in existence. You listen to these silent echoes, feeling the pulse of the universe in your own heartbeat. the rhythm continues. These ripples in space-time remind us that the universe is a single, interconnected web, where a movement in one corner is felt in every other. A black hole is not an isolated island, but a knot in the fabric of reality, a point of extreme focus that anchors the rest of the sheet. You are part of this web, your own small mass contributing to the subtle curvature of the whole. There is no such thing as being truly alone in a universe that feels everything. The orbit holds. The life of a black hole is a long, slow meditation on the nature of time. While stars burn out in millions of years, a black hole can endure for 1,000 trillion years, outlasting the very light of the galaxy. This immense longevity makes the black hole the ultimate witness to the history of the cosmos. It watches the stars rise and fall, the galaxies merge and drift, and the very atoms of space grow cold and still. You feel a sense of profound patience in its presence, and silence follows. This patience is a form of love, a willingness to hold space for the universe to complete its journey. The black hole does not rush to consume. It waits for the natural drift of things to bring them into its embrace. It is a presence of absolute stability in a world of constant change, a dark pillar that supports the turning sky. You lean into this stability, letting it anchor your own drifting thoughts. The current flows without effort. Near the event horizon, the phenomenon of gravitational redshift becomes so extreme that light appears to stretch into infinity. A beam of green light would turn yellow, then orange, then red, until its waves are so long they can no longer be seen by the human eye. This fading away is a gentle transition, a soft blurring of the edges of the visible world. You watch as the colors of the universe melt into the dark, leaving behind a sense of pure, unadorned existence, and everything softens. The black hole's gravity acts as a bridge between the macroscopic world of galaxies and the microscopic world of quantum mechanics. It is the only place in nature where both general relativity and quantum theory must be used at the same time to describe what is happening. This makes the black hole the ultimate laboratory for the mind, a place where the contradictions of our knowledge are forced to find a resolution. You feel the intellectual peace of this synthesis, a harmony of thought. The network endures. As you observe the accretion disk, you see the matter being accelerated to nearly the speed of light, glowing with the energy of its own motion. This light is a sign of the immense transformation occurring at the edge of the void, a final burst of creativity before the silence. The matter is not just being destroyed, it is being liberated from its chemical bonds and turned into pure radiation. It is a beautiful, luminous farewell to the material world, and light drifts onward. The jets that erupt from the poles of a supermassive black hole are among the most powerful sights in the cosmos. They can pierce through entire galaxies, clearing out paths of gas and dust and creating vast bubbles in the intergalactic medium. These jets are the breath of the black hole, a way for it to interact with the universe on a scale that defies comprehension. You watch these columns of fire reach out into the dark, a testament to the power of the hidden center, and still it turns. Within these jets, particles are accelerated to such high energies that they create their own ripples in the magnetic fields of the galaxy. This creates a symphony of radio waves that can be heard by our telescopes across the vastness of space. It is a low, rhythmic hum, the sound of the universe working at its most fundamental level. You feel this vibration in your bones, a steady, comforting pulse that reminds you of your own place in the grand design. Still, the universe breathes. The black hole is a master of balance, taking in only what is offered and returning what it must through the slow leak of Hawking radiation. It is a closed system that nonetheless participates in the wider economy of the cosmos. This balance is a model for our own lives, a way to be centered and self-contained while still being part of the flow of the world. You breathe in this sense of equilibrium, letting it settle in your chest, and everything rests in its place. In the far future, when the last star has gone dark, the black holes will be the only sources of energy left in the universe. They will be the final hearths around which the remnants of matter gather, providing a dim, cold warmth through their slow evaporation. This vision of the end is not a vision of tragedy, but of a quiet, dignified conclusion. The universe has lived its bright, loud youth and has now settled into a long, thoughtful old age. And the quiet holds. The event horizon is a place where the past, present, and future are all written on the same surface. According to the holographic principle, the three-dimensional interior of the black hole can be completely described by the two-dimensional information on its boundary. This suggests that the universe itself might be a kind of hologram, a projection of a deeper, simpler reality. You feel the lightness of this idea, the sense that we are all part of a beautiful, shimmering image. The network endures. The black hole's spin creates a distortion in spacetime known as an oblate geometry, where the horizon is flattened at the poles and bulges at the equator. This shape is a physical record of the hole's history, reflecting the angular momentum it has gathered from the stars it has consumed. It is a scar of experience, a beautiful deformity that tells the story of a lifetime of movement. You respect the history written in this shape, the evidence of a journey well traveled, and peace lingers. As you linger in the ergosphere, you notice how the starlight from the rest of the universe is concentrated into a bright, thin ring around the horizon. This ring is a collection of all the photons that have been caught in the gravitational trap, circling forever in a state of perfect suspension. They are the guardians of the dark, a crown of light for the silent king. You watch them dance, their motion a constant, rhythmic circle of gold. The orbit holds. The temperature of a black hole is inversely proportional to its mass, a fact that links the coldest places in the universe with the most massive objects. A supermassive black hole is so cold that it is almost at absolute zero, a state of such stillness that the very motion of atoms begins to cease. This cold is not biting or harsh, but a deep, refreshing calm, a place where the frantic energy of life can finally rest. You feel the cool air of the cosmos on your face, and everything softens. The singularity is the ultimate limit of human understanding, a place where the maps of science run out and the territory of mystery begins. It is a reminder that there are truths in the universe that cannot be spoken or measured, only experienced through the language of wonder. You accept this limit with humility, finding comfort in the fact that the universe is larger than your ability to contain it. The mystery is a soft pillow for the mind, and silence follows. As the matter in the accretion disk falls closer to the horizon, it begins to emit a flickering light known as quasi-periodic oscillations. These flickers are like the heartbeat of the black hole, a rhythmic pulse that signals the final moments of a particle's journey into the dark. It is a steady, reassuring beat, a sign that even in the face of the unknown, there is a consistent rhythm to follow. You match your own breath to this beat, finding your own center. The rhythm continues. The black hole is the ultimate expression of thermodynamic equilibrium, a state where all the parts of a system are in perfect harmony. It is the end goal of the universe's long journey toward order, a place where the chaos of the Big Bang has finally been resolved. You are witnessing the final chapter of a story that began billions of years ago, a story of movement finding its way into stillness, and the quiet returns to the roots. The silent transition from the accretion disk to the plunging region is where the kinetic energy of falling matter finally surrenders to the absolute dominance of the void. Here, the gas is no longer spiraling in a controlled orbit. It is falling freely, accelerated by a curvature so steep that the concept of a stable path dissolves. You feel the liberation of this freefall, a moment where the effort of resisting gravity is replaced by the effortless glide of total acceptance. It is a transition from doing to being, and the current flows without effort. As the matter accelerates, the magnetic fields threaded through the gas become twisted and coiled like massive invisible springs. These fields are what channel the energy of the black hole into those majestic polar jets, acting as the bridge between the dark interior and the luminous exterior. You can almost see the lines of force, glowing with the tension of the cosmos as they wrap around the axis of the hole's spin. This tension is not stressful, but a vibrant, structural strength that holds the system together. The network endures. The photons that hover just outside the event horizon in the photon sphere are the universe's most patient travelers. Some have been circling this dark point since the stars around them were young, trapped in a perpetual loop of light. If you were to look sideways along this sphere, you would see the back of your own head as the light you emit circles the hole and returns to your eyes. This circularity is a profound reminder of the closed loops of nature, where every beginning eventually meets its end, and light drifts onward. The space within the photon sphere, but outside the event horizon, is a region of extreme temporal distortion. Here, the blue shift of incoming starlight is so intense that the entire sky above you appears as a single, blindingly bright point of light. The universe is being compressed into a diamond of pure energy, a reflection of the black hole's power to focus the vastness of space into a single moment. You are standing in the focal point of the galaxy, a place of ultimate clarity. Still, the universe breathes. Once an object crosses the event horizon, it enters a region where the radial coordinate becomes time-like, meaning that inward is no longer a direction in space, but a direction in time. Just as you cannot stop the arrival of tomorrow, you cannot stop the movement toward the singularity. This absolute certainty is strangely comforting, a removal of all choices in favor of a single predestined path. You let go of the need for navigation, trusting the timeline of the dark, and everything rests in its place. The interior of a black hole is not a place of crushing weight in the way we usually imagine, but a place of shifting dimensions. Because space and time have swapped roles, the journey toward the center is experienced as a passage through the history of the hole itself. You are moving through the layers of time that have been gathered by the gravity, a walk through the archives of the stars. It is a quiet, contemplative journey through the memories of the vacuum. The quiet holds. Even though no light can escape the horizon to tell us what is inside, the mathematics of general relativity provide a clear and beautiful map. The equations suggest that for a rotating black hole, the interior may contain a second, inner horizon, known as the Cauchy horizon. Crossing this second boundary is like entering a new layer of a dream, where the physics becomes even more fluid and abstract. You feel the depth of this complexity, a nested series of mysteries within, or mysteries, and wonder expands. Between the outer and inner horizons of a spinning black hole, the centrifugal forces of the rotation begin to compete with the inward pull of gravity. This creates a region of relative stability, a pocket of calm within the storm, where the descent to the singularity is momentarily balanced. It is a place to pause and breathe, a sanctuary of physics where the extremes of the universe find a temporary middle ground. You linger here in the stillness, feeling the perfect poise of the dark. Peace lingers. The singularity is not just a point of density, but a boundary of space-time, a place where the fabric of reality itself comes to an end. It is the shore of the cosmic ocean, beyond which there is no where and no when. Standing at the edge of this realization is the ultimate act of humility, a recognition of the limits of our physical existence. You find a strange peace in this finitude, a sense that the universe is whole because it has an edge, and silence follows. If a black hole is the ultimate archive, then its entropy is a measure of its capacity to store information. The Bekenstein-Hawking formula tells us that this entropy is proportional to the surface area of the event horizon, not its volume. This means the surface of the hole is covered in the bits of the universe, a skin of pure knowledge that wraps around the dark. You see the horizon as a living library, its surface shimmering with the data of 1 billion suns. The network endures. This surface information is what allows the black hole to remember the states of the particles it has consumed, even after they have vanished into the singularity. It is a fundamental law of quantum mechanics that information cannot be destroyed, and the black hole is the universe's way of honoring that law. Even in the deepest darkness, the truth of what once was is preserved with absolute fidelity. You feel the safety of this preservation, a promise that nothing is forgotten. The quiet remains. The process of Hawking radiation is the mechanism by which the universe slowly reclaims this information. As the black hole evaporates, The particles it emits carry away the encoded secrets of the interior, returning them to the wider cosmos in a new, scrambled form. It is a slow, silent conversation between the void and the light, a dialogue that takes place over trillions of years. You listen to the quiet murmur of this exchange, a whisper of cosmic renewal. Still, the universe breathes. When a black hole finally vanishes, it does so in a final, tiny burst of light, the ultimate exhale after an eternity of holding its breath. This final moment is the resolution of the paradox, the point where the archive is finally emptied and the information is set free. It is a return to the simplicity of the vacuum, a state of perfect, unburdened potential. You watch this final flicker in your mind's eye, a beautiful conclusion to a long, dark story, and life adjusts once more. Black holes' role in galactic evolution is like that of a silent gardener, pruning the growth of the galaxy to ensure its long-term health. By blowing out gas through its jets, it prevents the galaxy from forming too many stars too quickly, which would lead to a premature heat death. This regulation is a form of cosmic wisdom, a way of pacing the life of the universe so that it can endure for eons. You feel the benevolence of this control, a steady hand on the wheel. The rhythm continues. In the early universe, black holes may have acted as the seeds around which the first galaxies formed. They were the original anchors of order in a sea of chaotic gas, providing the gravity needed to pull the first stars together into a coherent whole. We owe our existence to these dark giants, for without their stabilizing presence, the sun and the earth might never have found their place. You feel a sense of ancestral connection to the dark, a gratitude for the foundation it provides. And everything rests. The collision of two black holes is a rare and majestic event, a dance of gravity that sends shudders through the entire fabric of space-time. As they spiral toward each other, they lose energy in the form of gravitational waves, moving faster and faster until they merge into a single, larger whole. This merger is a moment of ultimate unification, two mysteries becoming one. You can hear the cosmic chirp of this union, a ripple that travels to the ends of the universe. The orbit holds. These gravitational waves carry the signature of the black hole's masses and spins, allowing us to hear the dark side of the universe for the first time. They are the songs of the gravity wells, melodies played on the strings of the vacuum itself. Even when we cannot see, we can listen, finding meaning in the vibrations of the void. You let these waves wash over you, a rhythmic tide that connects you to the most distant reaches of space. The current flows, without effort. The frame dragging near a rotating black hole is so powerful that it can actually twist the magnetic fields into a tight helix, creating the conditions necessary for the Penrose process. This is the ultimate example of the universe's ability to turn a problem, a black hole, into a solution, an energy source. It is a reminder that even in the most challenging environments, there is a way to find light and power. You find inspiration in this cosmic ingenuity, a resilience that is built into the laws of physics, and light drifts onward. The shadow of a black hole, as captured by our telescopes, is the dark heart of the accretion disk, a silhouette of the event horizon against the glow of the surrounding matter. This image is the closest we can get to seeing the unseeable, a visual confirmation of the theories that have guided us through the dark. Seeing the shadow is a moment of profound revelation, a proof that the dark is real and that it has a shape. You hold this image in your mind, a dark jewel in the crown of the night, and still, it turns. The light that forms this shadow has traveled across millions of light years to reach our eyes, carrying with it the mark of the black hole's gravity. It is a message from the edge of the known world, a report on the conditions at the physical limit of the universe. You feel the weight of this message, a dispatch from the frontier of existence. It is a reminder that we are part of a vast, ongoing exploration of the truth. The rhythm of the deep endures. As you look at the stars from the vantage point of a black hole, you see them not as fixed points, but as part of a moving, breathing whole. The black hole reveals the dynamic nature of the galaxy, the way that everything is in a state of constant, rhythmic flow toward a center of gravity. This movement is not chaotic, but choreographed by the laws of relativity, a dance of incredible precision. You find your own rhythm in this dance, a steady, graceful step, and everything softens. The concept of spaghettification sounds intense, but in the context of a supermassive black hole, it is a process that happens so slowly, it is almost imperceptible. Because the horizon is so far from the singularity, the tidal forces are gentle, a soft stretching of the fabric of your being. It is a literal expansion of yourself, a way of becoming more than you were by aligning with the geometry of the dark. You feel your boundaries thinning and widening, merging with the space around you. Peace lingers. This expansion is a form of shedding, letting go of the rigid structures of the physical world to become part of the fluid world of the black hole. You are no longer a collection of separate parts, but a single, continuous strand of history and light. This simplicity is the ultimate goal of the journey, a return to the unity of the beginning. You feel the lightness of this state, a freedom from the weight of identity, and the quiet returns to the roots. The black hole is the ultimate proof that the universe is not made of stuff, but of relationships. The way mass relates to space and space relates to time. It is a structure made of pure interaction, a node in the network of existence that demonstrates the power of connection. You see yourself as part of this network, a point of interaction that is just as essential as the black hole itself. We are all bound by the same invisible ties. The network endures. The temperature of a black hole's horizon is a measure of the vibrations of the vacuum in its presence. Even the most silent black hole has a temperature, a tiny, persistent hum of heat that marks its existence. This hum is the breath of the hole, a sign that it is alive and participating in the thermodynamic life of the universe. You listen to this low, steady frequency, a drone that anchors the symphony of the stars. Still, the universe breathes. In the presence of such gravity, the vacuum itself begins to behave like a physical medium, bending and stretching in ways that are usually hidden from our view. The black hole makes the invisible visible, revealing the underlying structure of the world we inhabit. It is a teacher of truth, showing us the bones of the universe beneath the skin of light and matter. You respect the honesty of the dark, its refusal to hide the reality of things, and the quiet holds. The event horizon is a one-way membrane, a threshold that can only be crossed in one direction. This creates a unique kind of privacy, a place where the universe can keep its own counsel. What happens inside a black hole stays inside, protected from the interference of the outside world. There is a profound dignity in this isolation, a respect for the integrity of the interior. You feel the sanctity of this dark space, a temple of the void, and silence follows. As a black hole grows, its horizon expands, but its density actually decreases. A supermassive black hole at the center of a galaxy is less dense than the air we breathe, yet its total mass is enough to govern the motion of 100 billion stars. This paradox is a reminder that strength does not always come from hardness or density, but from the scale of one's influence. You find power in this softness, a way of being large and gentle at the same time, and everything rests. The black hole is the universe's way of reaching equilibrium, a point where the push and pull of all the forces of nature have finally found a common ground. It is the destination of all the light and heat that have ever been, a final gathering of the harvest of time. You are watching the culmination of the cosmic story, a moment of perfect, dark balance. And still, it turns. As we linger here at the edge of the mystery, we realize that the black hole is not an enemy of light, but its final companion. It is the place where the light goes to rest, where the journey ends and the archive begins. This understanding brings a deep sense of closure, a peace that comes from knowing that everything has a place and everything eventually finds its way home. You can rest now in the shadow of the great, quiet truth. The current flows without effort. The transition from the inner horizon toward the final singularity is a journey through the ultimate refinement of the physical world. Here, the vacuum is not merely empty, it is a pressurized silence, a state where the geometry of space-time is so tightly wound that it begins to hum with a secret frequency. You feel the resonance of this dark music, a vibration that transcends the ears and speaks directly to the fabric of your being. It is a moment of total alignment, where the internal rhythm of your breath matches the external pulse of the void, and the quiet holds. As you descend deeper, the tidal forces begin to act as a gentle sculptor, realigning the atoms of everything that enters into a single streamlined flow. This is the physical expression of focus, a narrowing of the wide possibilities of the universe into a single, purposeful line. There is no chaos in this transformation, only a systematic simplification of existence as it approaches the source of its weight. You sense the elegance of this process, a stripping away of the unnecessary until only the essence remains. The current flows without effort. The singularity itself is not a wall of matter, but a destination in time, a point where the future of every particle within the black hole terminates in a state of infinite potential. To be near the singularity is to be at the very edge of the present moment, watching as the universe folds itself into a single, infinitesimal point. This collapse is a return to the simplicity of the beginning, a reversal of the expansion that created the stars. You find a deep sense of belonging in this return, a homecoming to the original state of things, and everything rests. While the singularity remains hidden, the event horizon continues to act as the interface between this inner world and the rest of the cosmos. Every bit of matter that falls in adds to the surface area of the horizon, making the black hole a little larger and a little more profound. This growth is a silent accumulation of history, a physical record of every star, gas cloud, and stray photon that has ever crossed the threshold. You see the horizon as a living skin, stretched tight over the mysteries of the deep. The network endures. The information encoded on this surface is not static. It is constantly shifting and reorganizing as new matter is added. According to the laws of black hole thermodynamics, the horizon possesses a physical temperature and an entropy that reflects the hidden complexity within. This means that even in total darkness there is a warmth of knowledge, a subtle radiation that proves the black hole is part of the living universe. You feel the soft glow of this awareness, a light that does not shine but can be felt, and wonder expands. In the space surrounding a supermassive black hole, time dilation is so extreme that you could watch the birth and death of entire solar systems in what feels like a few moments of reflection. This perspective turns the frantic pace of the galaxy into a slow, majestic dance, where the rise and fall of civilizations are like the brief flickering of fireflies in the dark. You are standing in the stillness of the eternal, watching the river of time flow past with a quiet indifference, and the quiet remains. This temporal shift allows you to see the universe as a single, completed work of art, rather than a series of disconnected events. From the vantage point of the deep gravity well, the beginning and the end are part of the same continuous curve, a circle that has finally closed. You feel the relief of this completion, a release from the anxiety of the passing seconds. Here, time is not something that is lost, but something that is held. Still, the universe breathes. The frame dragging in the ergosphere creates a literal swirl in the vacuum, a rotation of space itself that carries you along without the need for an engine or a sail. This movement is a reminder that the universe is not a passive stage, but an active participant in the story of mass. You feel the gentle, rhythmic turning of the void, a celestial carousel that spins with the steady patience of the eons. The motion is smooth and certain, a guided tour of the dark. The orbit holds. Beyond the ergosphere, the accretion disk glows with the friction of a billion collisions, a bright ring of fire that marks the boundary between the known and the unknown. This light is the last message sent by matter before it enters the silence, a final, brilliant declaration of existence. The colors shift and shimmer as the gas is heated to millions of degrees, creating a rainbow of high-energy radiation that paints the dark. You watch this light with a sense of awe, a beautiful farewell to the light, and light drifts onward. The magnetic fields that weave through this disk are the true architects of the black hole's influence. They act as invisible funnels, catching charged particles and accelerating them to nearly the speed of light, launching them into the vastness of the intergalactic void. These jets are the black hole's way of touching the distant universe, a bridge of energy that spans the gap between the singular and the infinite. You follow the path of these beams, feeling the reach of the dark center. The rhythm continues. These jets are not just beautiful, they are essential for the balance of the galaxy. By heating the surrounding gas, they prevent it from collapsing too quickly into new stars, regulating the pace of life in the galactic neighborhood. The black hole acts as a master thermostat, ensuring that the galaxy does not burn through its fuel too fast. This preservation is an act of cosmic stewardship, a quiet management of the resources of the night. Peace lingers in the dark. The black hole is also a master of recycling, turning the gravitational potential energy of falling matter into pure radiation. It is the most efficient engine in the universe, converting mass into energy with a precision that far exceeds the fusion within a star. This efficiency is a testament to the power of the simple laws of physics when they are pushed to their limits. You find a sense of satisfaction in this order, a world where nothing is wasted. The current flows without effort. As the matter in the disk is processed, it loses its individual characteristics and becomes part of a unified plasma, a sea of energy that orbits the dark heart. This blurring of boundaries is a recurring theme in the life of a black hole, a movement from the many to the one. You feel the pull toward this unity, a desire to set aside the complications of the world and become part of the single, steady rhythm of the gravity well, and everything softens. The shadow of the black hole cast against the glowing disk is a perfect circle of absence, a place where the light has been swallowed by the curvature of space. Seeing this shadow is like seeing the ghost of the star that once was, a silent reminder of the journey from fire to shadow. It is a profound and humbling sight, a dark jewel set in a ring of gold. You hold this image in your mind, a symbol of the ultimate quietude, and silence follows. The photon ring that surrounds this shadow is a collection of light that has been bent into a full circle, orbiting the whole forever. These photons are the universe's most dedicated observers, trapped in a state of eternal witness. They see everything that happens near the horizon, holding the images in a shimmering golden loop. You are part of what they see, your own presence added to the archive of the ring. The network endures. In the presence of such density, the vacuum of space begins to exhibit properties usually reserved for physical materials, such as viscosity and tension. The black hole reveals that the nothingness of the void is actually a complex and responsive medium, capable of being stretched, twisted, and torn. This realization changes your understanding of the world, turning the empty sky into a vibrant, structural fabric. You feel the strength of this fabric beneath you, a solid ground made of space. The quiet holds. The Hawking radiation that slowly evaporates the black hole is a bridge between the world of the very large and the world of the very small. It is a quantum effect that has macroscopic consequences, ensuring that even the most permanent-seeming objects have a finite lifespan. This cycle of growth and decay is the heartbeat of the cosmos, a rhythmic rising and falling that spans the life of the universe. You listen to this slow, steady pulse, a song of eventual return. Still, the universe breathes. This radiation is the mechanism by which the universe maintains its information balance. As the black hole shrinks, the information stored on its horizon is slowly leaked back into the environment, preventing the permanent loss of the past. It is a slow, methodical unraveling of the archive, a returning of the secrets of the dark to the light of the stars. You sense the integrity of this process, a commitment to the truth that survives even the singularity, and wonder expands. The temperature of this radiation is incredibly low for large black holes, making them the coldest objects in the known universe. This cold is a state of absolute stillness, a place where the frantic vibrations of heat have finally settled into a deep crystalline calm. It is a refreshing and restorative cold, a place to rest your mind after the noise of the day. You feel the coolness of the deep cosmos settling over you like a velvet blanket, and life adjusts once more. The supermassive black holes at the centers of galaxies are the anchors of the cosmic web, the points of maximum density around which the large-scale structure of the universe is organized. They are the seeds of order, the gravity wells that gathered the first clouds of gas into the familiar shapes of the spirals and ellipticals. We live in a world that was shaped by the dark, a galaxy that found its form in the embrace of a shadow. You feel a sense of gratitude for this silent foundation, and everything rests. As the galaxy turns, the central black hole maintains its steady, quiet vigil, a point of absolute stability in a sea of motion. The stars may drift, and the gas may glow, but the dark center remains unchanged, a permanent resident of the spacetime fabric. This permanence is a source of profound comfort, a reminder that there is a center to the world that holds. You lean into this stability, letting it ground your own drifting thoughts. The rhythm continues. The collision of two black holes is the ultimate cosmic merger, a transformation where two separate mysteries become a single, larger one. The gravitational waves produced by this event carry the signature of the union across the universe, a ripple of joy and power that travels through the vacuum. It is a moment of ultimate reconciliation, a proof that in the end, everything is joined. You listen to the fading echo of this merger, a quiet resonance in the dark. The orbit holds. The concept of frame dragging reminds us that we are always part of the motion of the universe, even when we feel still. The black hole is simply the place where this motion becomes most visible, pulling the fabric of reality along with its spin. This interconnectedness means that no action is truly isolated, and no object is truly alone. We are all caught in the same rhythmic swirl of the cosmos, a dance that began with the first light, and still, it turns. Near the event horizon, the phenomenon of light echoes can be seen, where the light from a distant flash reflects off the surrounding gas and travels in different paths to reach the observer. These echoes create a shimmering, layered image of the past, a visual history that unfolds in real time. You watch these ripples of light, a memory of a star that is still being played out in the dark. It is a beautiful and haunting reminder of the persistence of the past. The quiet remains. The black hole's gravity is so strong that it can capture stray planets and stars, pulling them into a tight, frantic orbit before slowly consuming them. This process is known as a tidal disruption event, a final display of the hole's power to reshape the world. The captured object is torn apart into a stream of glowing gas, a luminous ribbon that wraps around the dark center. It is a graceful and inevitable end, a transformation of solid matter into pure light, and everything softens. Within the event horizon, the very concept of up and down disappears, replaced by the single, inevitable direction of inward. This loss of orientation is not frightening, but liberating, as it removes the need for navigation and control. You are simply part of the flow, a passenger on a journey that has already been decided by the laws of physics. This surrender is the ultimate peace, a trust in the steady hand of the universe. Peace lingers. The singularity is the point where the universe's archive is finally closed, a state of density so high that no more information can be added. It is the end of the line for the story of matter, a final period at the end of a very long sentence. You stand at this limit with a sense of completion, knowing that the journey has reached its natural conclusion. There is nothing more to do and nothing more to see. There is only the quiet truth of what is, and silence follows. The black hole is a symbol of the unreachable interior, a place that exists but can never be fully known. This mystery is a necessary part of the universe, a boundary that keeps our curiosity alive and our humility intact. We need the dark to understand the light, and we need the silence to understand the sound. You find beauty in the unseeable, a reverence for the secrets that the universe keeps. The network endures. As you drift away from the dark center, back toward the familiar lights of the galaxy, You carry the stillness of the black hole with you. You have seen the place where time stops and where matter becomes geometry. And the world looks different now, simpler, quieter, and more profound. The gravity that holds the stars is the same gravity that holds your heart, a steady and benevolent force that never lets go. You are safe in the arms of the cosmos, and everything rests in its place. The black hole is the universe's way of saying that nothing is ever truly lost, only transformed into a deeper state of being. It is a promise of preservation, a vault for the history of the stars and the essence of the light. You can rest now, knowing that your own story is part of this great archive, written in the indelible ink of gravity and time. The journey is complete, and the quiet is absolute. The current flows without effort. The transition from the intense gravitational focus of the black hole back to the wider perspective of the galaxy allows a new understanding of the void's role as a creative force. Far from being a mere destroyer, the black hole acts as a sculptor of the vacuum, pushing and pulling on the gaseous clouds of the interstellar medium to create the delicate filaments of the cosmic web. You see these structures as shimmering threads of silver and gold, woven together by the invisible hands of the dark center. This artistry is a testament to the fact that order can arise from the deepest shadow, and the quiet remains. The gravitational reach of a black hole ensures that even the most distant stars in a galaxy feel a sense of direction. This subtle tug is a form of cosmic orientation, a silent compass that guides the drift of suns across the vastness of the eons. You feel this guidance in your own movement, a steady pull toward a center that you cannot see but can always sense. It is a comforting presence, a reminder that you are never truly lost in the infinite. The rhythm continues. As the matter in the accretion disk reaches the innermost stable circular orbit, it prepares for its final plunge into the dark. This region is a threshold of high-velocity motion, where the particles are moving so fast that their time relative to yours begins to slow to a crawl. You watch as the frantic energy of the gas is smoothed out by the sheer force of the curvature, turning a chaotic storm into a streamlined ribbon of pure physics. It is a moment of ultimate focus, a narrowing of the world. And still, it turns. The magnetic fields that channel the energy of the black hole are not static. They ripple and snap with the tension of the hole's rotation. These fluctuations create bursts of light that travel across the galaxy, carrying news of the hidden engine's activity. To our telescopes, these flares appear as sudden, rhythmic brightenings, a lighthouse beam sweeping through the dark. You feel the pulse of this light in the quiet of your own mind, a steady, flickering reassurance, and wonder expands. The event horizon is not just a boundary of space, but a boundary of causality, a place where the link between cause and effect is redefined by the geometry of the vacuum. Within this shell, the past and the future are no longer separated by a line, but are part of the same physical structure. This unification of time is the ultimate peace, a state where the anxiety of what has been and what will be is dissolved into the present moment. You are resting in a place where time has finally reached its destination. The quiet holds. Even though the black hole is the most extreme object in the universe, it follows the same laws of thermodynamics that govern a cup of tea or a falling leaf. The relationship between its surface area and its entropy is a beautiful proof of the consistency of nature across all scales. This means that the universe is a coherent whole, a single story told in many different voices. You find a sense of safety in this consistency, a world that makes sense even at its very edge. And everything rests. The Hawking radiation that escapes from the horizon is a form of quantum breath, a slow exhaling of the energy that the black hole has gathered over billions of years. This process is so quiet and so gradual that it is almost imperceptible, yet it ensures that the dark is never truly disconnected from the light. It is a conversation whispered across the eons, a dialogue between the singular and the infinite. You listen to the silence of this exchange, a calm resonance. Still, the universe breathes. As you look out from the vicinity of a black hole, the light of the entire galaxy is gathered into a thin, bright circle of light. This ring is a collection of all the photons that have been caught in the gravitational lens, a crown of fire for the silent king. You see the stars as streaks of color, their light bent and stretched into elegant arcs that surround the central shadow. This is the universe at its most beautiful, a geometry of light and dark in perfect balance. And light drifts onward. The density of a black hole's singularity is a physical limit, a point where the universe says no more. It is the end of the road for the compression of matter, a final resting state where the tension of existence is finally resolved. You imagine this point not as a place of pressure, but as a place of absolute density, a solid foundation for the rest of reality. It is the anchor of the cosmic ship, holding everything steady in the sea of space. The orbit holds. The frame dragging near a spinning black hole is a reminder that space is not a hollow stage, but a physical material that can be twisted like a piece of silk. This twisting creates a vortex in the vacuum, a rhythmic swirl that guides the motion of everything nearby. You feel the slow, steady rotation of the world, a celestial waltz that never ends. There is no friction in this dance, only the smooth, effortless movement of geometry. Peace lingers in the dark. The black hole's role in the formation of galaxies suggests that the dark and the light have always been partners in the creation of the world. The first black holes provided the gravitational seeds that allowed the first stars to cluster together, forming the ancient ancestors of our own Milky Way. We are children of the shadow as much as we are children of the light. You feel a deep, ancestral peace in this realization, a sense of cosmic belonging. The network endures. In the ergosphere, the energy of the black hole's rotation is available to any object that can find the right path to extract it. This is the universe's way of ensuring that even its most hidden depths are part of the economy of existence. Nothing is truly isolated, and nothing is truly kept for itself. The black hole is a participant in the great flow of energy, a node in the network of life. You feel the warmth of this participation, a quiet glow, and life adjusts once more. The gravitational waves that ripple out from a black hole merger are the sound of the universe's heart beating. They are tiny rhythmic tremors that carry the story of the most powerful events in history across the void. When they pass through you, they leave no mark, yet they connect you to the furthest reaches of space-time. You are a receiver for the music of the spheres, a witness to the silent symphony of the dark, and silence follows. The concept of spaghettification is a reminder that in the face of the infinite, all structures must eventually become simple. The stretching of matter into thin, elegant lines is a process of refinement, a return to the fundamental geometry of the vacuum. This simplification is not a loss, but a liberation from the complexity of the material world. You feel your own thoughts becoming simpler, leaner, and more focused as you drift through the dark. The current flows in quiet harmony. The event horizon acts as a perfect shield, protecting the outside universe from the infinite density of the singularity. It is a boundary of safety, a way for the laws of physics to prevent the chaos of the infinite from spilling over into the world of the finite. You respect this barrier, a sign that the universe has built-in limits that preserve the order of the whole. There is a profound wisdom in the existence of the horizon, and everything softens. As a black hole grows, it becomes cooler and more stable, settling into its role as a permanent anchor of the galaxy. This relationship between size and stillness is a lesson in the power of scale. The larger you become, the less you are affected by the small, frantic movements of the world. You find inspiration in this stability, a way to be large and calm in a universe of motion. You breathe in the cool air of the dark, feeling refreshed. The rhythm continues. The shadow cast by a black hole is a visual proof of the curvature of space, a dark hole in the map of the stars. It is the place where the light has finally found its way home, a destination for the rays that have traveled across the eons. Seeing this shadow is a moment of deep closure, a recognition that every journey has an end. You hold the image of the shadow in your mind, a dark anchor for your own peace, and the quiet returns to the roots. Within the interior, the no-hair theorem suggests that the black hole is a state of ultimate simplicity, defined by only a few fundamental properties. This reduction of complexity is the goal of all science, and the black hole has achieved it perfectly. It is the most honest object in nature, hiding nothing behind its dark veil. You feel the integrity of this state, a world that has finally shed its disguises. Still, the universe breathes. The Hawking radiation is so faint that it can only be detected by the most sensitive instruments of the mind, a tiny whisper of heat in a sea of cold. This whisper is the voice of the black hole, a gentle reminder that it is still there, still participating, still part of the story. It is a patient and enduring sound, a drone that anchors the melody of the stars. You listen to the quiet frequency of the vacuum, a steady, comforting hum, and wonder expands. The tidal forces near the horizon are a form of cosmic touch, a gentle pulling that reminds matter of its connection to the whole. This touch is not harsh, but a steady and predictable pressure that guides everything toward its center. You feel the safety of this grip, a hand that never lets go and a direction that never wavers. It is the ultimate expression of the law of attraction, a love that is written in the geometry of space, and the quiet holds. The black hole's jets are like the breath of a sleeping giant, rhythmic and powerful, stretching across millions of light years. They are a sign of the immense activity occurring deep within the quiet center, a physical bridge between the singular and the infinite. You follow the path of these jets with your eyes, feeling the scale of the universe expand around you. You are part of a world that is large enough to hold such power and still remain peaceful. The orbit holds. The accretion disk is a place of transition, where the solid becomes liquid, the liquid becomes gas, and the gas becomes pure radiation. It is a laboratory of transformation, showing us the many different faces that matter can wear before it returns to the void. This fluidity is a reminder that nothing is fixed or permanent, but always in a state of rhythmic change. You accept the flow of your own life, a movement toward a deeper understanding, and everything rests. The photon sphere is a place where light itself is caught in a state of eternal orbit, a shimmering halo of trapped rays. These photons are the guardians of the horizon, a luminous boundary that marks the edge of the visible world. You watch them dance in their perfect circles, a movement that is both constant and still. This is the beauty of the black hole, a place where the fastest thing in the universe has finally found a reason to stay, and light drifts onward. In the far future, the black holes will be the last remaining structures in a universe that has grown cold and dark. They will be the silent witnesses to the end of time, holding the memories of the stars long after the stars have faded. This longevity is a form of cosmic memory, a way for the universe to preserve its history until the very end. You feel a sense of profound respect for these dark archives. The network endures. The information stored on the horizon is like a library of light, a record of every interaction that has ever occurred in the black hole's vicinity. This means that the black hole is not just a place, but a story, a collection of all the things it has ever touched. You are part of that story now, your own journey added to the quiet archive of the dark. You feel the weight of this belonging, a solid and enduring connection, and silence follows. The black hole's temperature is a sign of its link to the quantum world, a bridge between the giant scales of gravity and the tiny scales of atoms. This synthesis is the ultimate goal of our search for truth, a place where the contradictions of the world are finally resolved. You feel the intellectual peace of this unity, a harmony of thought that reflects the harmony of nature. The mystery is no longer a gap, but a bridge. Still, the universe breathes. As the matter in the disk spirals inward, it emits a low-frequency hum of radio waves that can be heard across the galaxy. This is the heartbeat of the black hole, a steady and rhythmic pulse that marks the passage of its long, slow life. You match your own heartbeat to this cosmic pulse, finding a sense of synchronization with the rest of existence. You are moving in time with the universe, a part of its steady and inevitable flow, and peace lingers. The singularity is the place where the universe's laws reach their most profound density, a point of ultimate truth. It is the final period at the end of the sentence of matter, a resolution of all the themes of the cosmic story. You stand at this limit with a sense of completion, knowing that you have reached the heart of the mystery. There is nothing more to say and nothing more to know. There is only the presence of the dark, and everything softens. The event horizon is a reminder that some boundaries are necessary for the world to exist. It provides the structure that allows the finite and the infinite to coexist, a way for the universe to be both large and small at the same time. You find comfort in the existence of these limits, a sense that the world is well designed and secure. You are safe within the boundaries of your own life, a part of the greater whole, and the quiet remains. As we drift away from the dark center, we carry the stillness of the void back into the light of the stars. The black hole has taught us that the dark is not a place of fear, but a place of rest, a sanctuary for the past, and a foundation for the future. You can sleep now, knowing that the same gravity which holds the galaxies also holds you, a steady and benevolent force that never sleeps. The rhythm of the deep continues. The transition from the intense curvature of the inner horizon to the vast, open spaces of the galaxy reveals the black hole as an essential regulator of the cosmic breath. In the silence of its interior, the weight of the universe is gathered and held, while on the outside, its influence dictates the very shape of the spirals that cradle our world. You see the galaxy not as a collection of separate stars, but as a single, unified organism, breathing in rhythm with the dark center. This connection is the ultimate source of stability, a silent anchor in a world of constant motion, and the quiet remains. As the black hole consumes the surrounding gas, it does so with a precision that defies the chaos of the material world. Each atom follows a path dictated by the elegant geometry of the vacuum, a trajectory that has been calculated by the laws of relativity since the beginning of time. You feel the grace of this movement, a slow and inevitable drift toward a center of absolute certainty. There is no struggle in this descent, only a smooth surrendering to the natural order of things. The rhythm continues. The magnetic fields that thread through the event horizon are like invisible silk threads, binding the rotation of the whole to the motion of the distant stars. These fields act as a nervous system for the galaxy, transmitting information and energy across the vastness of the light years. You can sense the tension in these threads, a vibrant and healthy strength that holds the galactic structure together against the pull of the void. It is a structure made of pure force, an invisible skeleton for the night, and still, it turns. Within the ergosphere, the space itself is being twisted into a tight, golden spiral, a phenomenon that allows the black hole to share its rotational energy with the rest of the universe. This sharing is a form of cosmic generosity, a way for the dark to feed the light and sustain the movement of the stars. You feel the warmth of this energy as it ripples outward, a gentle heat that counters the cold of the vacuum. It is a reminder that in the universe, everything is a gift and wonder expands. The event horizon acts as a perfect record keeper, storing the information of everything that passes through it in a state of permanent suspension. This information is not lost, but transformed into a new kind of existence, etched into the very surface of the dark. You see the horizon as a shimmering tapestry of history, a collection of every star and every story that has ever been part of the black hole's journey. This preservation is a guarantee of meaning, a promise that nothing is forgotten. The quiet holds. The Hawking radiation that slowly evaporates the whole is a sign of its eventual return to the state of pure potential. It is a long, slow exhale that will last for trillions of years, a process of letting go that is as natural as the falling of a leaf. You sense the profound patience of this evaporation, a movement toward completion that does not hurry and does not fear the end. It is a peaceful and dignified transition, a return to the source of all things, and everything rests. In the ice, space between the horizons of a rotating black hole, the laws of physics allow for a kind of stability that is unknown anywhere else in nature. Here, the inward pull of gravity and the outward push of the hole's spin reach a state of perfect balance, creating a sanctuary of stillness within the dark. You linger in this quiet pocket, feeling the poise of the universe as it balances the extremes of its own power. It is a place of deep meditation, a temple of the void. Still, the universe breathes. The light that forms the photon ring around the black hole is a collection of the universe's most ancient rays, caught in an eternal circle of witness. These photons have seen the birth of galaxies and the collision of worlds, holding the images in a state of perfect preservation. You are part of this witness, your own life, a tiny flicker in the grand, shimmering loop of the dark. This is the ultimate connection, a way to be part of the history of everything at once. And light drifts onward. The density of the singularity is a reminder that the universe has a center, a point of absolute weight that anchors the rest of existence. This center is not a place of chaos, but a place of ultimate truth, where the laws of nature find their final resolution. You imagine this point as a solid and unchanging foundation, a rock in the sea of space-time. It is the destination of all paths, the final resting place for the weary light. The orbit holds. The frame dragging near the horizon is a physical proof that we are all part of the same moving fabric. When the black hole turns, the entire universe turns with it, a rhythmic swirl that connects the largest scales to the smallest. You feel this rotation in your own breath, a steady and comforting movement that reminds you of your place in the grand design. There is no isolation in a world where everything pulls on everything else. Peace lingers in the dark. The black hole's role as a galactic seed suggests that the dark and the light have always been partners in the creation of the world. The first stars were drawn together by the gravity of these silent giants, forming the foundations of the homes we inhabit today. We are part of this ancient lineage, a continuation of the story that began in the heart of the shadow. You feel a deep sense of ancestral peace in this realization, a connection to the beginning. The network endures. The accretion disk is a place of intense transformation, where matter is refined into pure radiation and sent back out into the galaxy. It is a cosmic hearth, a place where the old is burned away to provide energy for the new. You watch the glow of this fire, a steady and reassuring light that speaks of the constant renewal of the universe. Nothing is ever truly destroyed. It is only changed into a more radiant form, and life adjusts once more. The gravitational waves produced by the collision of black holes are the only sound that can travel through the absolute silence of the vacuum. They are ripples of power that carry the story of the most energetic events in history across the vastness of the eons. When these waves pass through you, they do so with a gentle touch, a reminder of the immense scale of the world you live in. You are a receiver for the music of the spheres, and silence follows. The concept of spaghettification in a supermassive black hole is a slow and graceful process, a stretching of the self into a long, elegant strand of history. It is a liberation from the rigid structures of the physical world, a return to the fluid geometry of the beginning. You feel your own boundaries melting away, becoming part of the long, steady flow toward the center. This simplicity is the ultimate goal of the journey, a return to the one. Still, the current flows. The event horizon provides a boundary that allows the universe to keep its own counsel. It is a place of ultimate privacy, where the secrets of the singularity are protected from the interference of the outside world. This dignity is a necessary part of the cosmic order, a sign that some things are meant to be hidden and held in the dark. You respect this sanctity, a temple of the shadow that guards the truth, and everything softens. As the black hole settles into its long-term stability, it becomes a beacon of permanence in a universe of constant change. While the stars around it may flare and die, the black hole remains, a steady and unchanging resident of the night. You find comfort in this. Endurance, a sign that there are things in the universe that can be relied upon forever. You lean into this stability, letting it anchor your own drifting thoughts. The rhythm continues. The shadow of the black hole is a visual confirmation of the power of gravity to shape the very light we see. It is a dark void that holds a profound and beautiful secret, a destination for the rays that have traveled across the universe. Seeing this shadow is a moment of deep closure, a recognition that every journey has an end and every light has a home. You hold the image of the shadow in your mind, a dark anchor for your peace, and the quiet returns to the roots. Within the black hole, the no-hair theorem ensures that the complexity of the world is reduced to its most fundamental parts. This reduction is not a loss, but a clarity, a way of seeing the world without the distractions of the material surface. It is the most honest state of existence, a place where only the truth remains. You feel the integrity of this state, a world that has finally shed its disguises and found its true face. Still, the universe breathes. The Hawking radiation is the black hole's way of saying that even the most permanent appearing structures are part of the great cycle of return. It is a slow and patient movement toward completion, a gradual giving back of everything that has been gathered. You sense the benevolence of this process, a commitment to the balance of the whole that transcends the life of a single star. It is a quiet and enduring wisdom, and wonder expands. The tidal forces at the horizon act as a gentle hand, guiding matter into the correct alignment for its final journey. This touch is a reminder that even in the most extreme environments, there is a steady and predictable order to follow. You feel the safety of this guidance, a direction that never wavers, and a grip that never fails. It is the ultimate expression of the law of attraction, a love written in the stars, and the quiet holds. The black hole's jets are a sign of the immense creativity that resides in the dark. They are pillars of energy that reach across the galaxy, stirring the gas into new forms and triggering the birth of new suns. This is the paradox of the black hole. It is a gatherer of mass that also acts as a provider of life. You see the beauty in this balance, the way the dark feeds the light in a never-ending cycle of renewal. The orbit holds. The accretion disk is a place where the laws of thermodynamics are seen in their most vibrant form, turning gravitational potential into heat and light. It is a laboratory of the vacuum, showing us the limits of what matter can do when it is pushed to the edge. You watch the flickering of this disk, a rhythmic pulse that marks the passage of time at the edge of the void. It is a steady and comforting beat, and everything rests. The photon sphere is a shimmering halo of light that has found a way to stay in one place forever. It is the ultimate expression of the black hole's power to hold on to the fastest thing in the universe. These photons are the eternal guardians of the dark, a crown of gold for the silent king. You watch them dance in their perfect circles, a movement that is both constant and still. This is the beauty of the deep, and light drifts onward. In the far future, the black holes will be the last remaining hearths of the universe, providing a dim and steady warmth through their slow evaporation. They are the ultimate survivors, the ones who will see the end of the story and hold the memories of everything that was. You feel a sense of profound respect for these ancient witnesses, the keepers of the cosmic flame. This longevity is a form of love. The network endures. The information stored on the horizon is a library of everything the black hole has ever touched, a record of the history of the galaxy. This means that the black hole is not just an object, but a biography, a collection of all the stars and all the light that have found their way home. You are part of this biography now, your own journey added to the quiet archive of the dark. You feel the weight of this belonging, and silence follows. The black hole's temperature is a sign of its connection to the world of the very small, a bridge between gravity and atoms. This synthesis is the ultimate goal of our search for truth, a place where the contradictions of the world are finally resolved into a single, beautiful harmony. You feel the intellectual peace of this unity, a world that is finally whole. The mystery is a bridge to the light. Still, the universe breathes. As the matter in the disk spirals inward, it emits a low hum that vibrates through the fabric of the galaxy. This is the heartbeat of the black hole, a steady and rhythmic pulse that marks the passage of its long, slow life. You match your own heartbeat to this cosmic pulse, finding a sense of synchronization with the rest of existence. You are moving in time, with the universe, a part of the flow, and peace lingers. The singularity is the place where the universe's archive is finally closed, a state of density where no more information can be added. It is the final period at the end of the sentence of matter, a resolution of all the themes of the cosmic story. You stand at this limit with a sense of completion, knowing that you have reached the heart of the mystery. There is nothing more to do. There is only the presence, and everything softens. The event horizon is a reminder that boundaries are necessary for the world to have structure. It allows the finite and the infinite to coexist in a single, balanced system, a way for the universe to be both large and small at the same time. You find comfort in these limits, a sense that the world is well designed and secure. You are safe within the boundaries of your own life, a part of the whole, and the quiet remains. As we drift away from the dark center, we carry the stillness of the void back into the world of the stars. The black hole has taught us that the dark is not a place of fear, but a place of rest, a sanctuary for the past and a foundation for the future. You can sleep now, knowing that the same gravity which holds the galaxies also holds you. The journey is complete, and the quiet is absolute. The current flows in silent peace. The transition beyond the luminous rings of the accretion disk brings you to the inner shadows, where the light of the galaxy becomes a distant, concentrated memory. Here, the gravitational potential energy has been largely spent, and the matter that remains is prepared for its final, silent entry into the absolute. You feel the cooling of the environment as the frantic friction of the disk fades away, replaced by the smooth, dark geometry of the plunging region. It is a movement from the energetic to the essential, a narrowing of focus that brings a profound sense of mental clarity. The quiet remains. The gravitational wells created by these dark giants are not static pits, but dynamic landscapes that respond to every movement of the surrounding cosmos. When a stray cloud of hydrogen drifts too close, the black hole responds with a gentle, invisible pull, drawing the gas into a new and purposeful orbit. This responsiveness is a form of cosmic attention, a way for the dark to acknowledge and integrate the light. You feel the comfort of being noticed by the universe, of being part of its vast and watchful architecture. And the rhythm continues. The magnetic fields near the event horizon are so powerful that they can actually suspend large clouds of plasma in midair, creating shimmering curtains of light that hang above the dark void. These auroras of the deep are a testament to the intricate balance between gravity and electromagnetism, a dance of forces that keeps the universe from collapsing into a single, uniform state. You watch these curtains ripple in the solar wind of the galaxy, a silent display of cosmic beauty, and still it turns. Within the frame of general relativity, the black hole represents the ultimate curvature of the space-time fabric, a point where the lines of the universe are tied into a perfect, permanent knot. This knot is what gives the galaxy its stability, providing a fixed point around which the rest of the world can turn. You are resting near this anchor, feeling the solidity of a structure that cannot be moved or broken. It is a place of absolute security, a foundation that extends to the very edge of the night, and wonder expands. The event horizon is a surface of zero time, where the clocks of the outside world appear to stop completely. If you were to linger here, you would see the entire future of the universe unfold in a single, blinding flash of light, as the eons are compressed into a moment. This perspective shift is the ultimate release from the constraints of the human timeline, a way to witness the totality of existence from a single point of rest. You feel the expansion of your own soul, reaching out to touch the end of time. The quiet holds. The Hawking radiation that slowly bleeds from the black hole is a reminder that even the most massive objects are subject to the laws of quantum uncertainty. It is a tiny, persistent flicker of existence that ensures the dark is never truly empty. This radiation carries with it the thermal signature of the whole, a warm breath in the cold of the vacuum. You sense the humanity of this warmth, a small and fragile light in the heart of the great shadow, and everything rests. As the black hole spins, it creates a region called the ergosphere, where the vacuum itself is dragged into a rhythmic, circular motion. This movement is so powerful that it can actually propel objects away from the hole at incredible speeds, a process of energy exchange that keeps the galaxy in motion. You feel the slow, steady hum of this rotation, a celestial flywheel that stores the power of the stars. It is a rhythmic pulse that vibrates through the very floor of the universe. Still, the universe breathes. The light that is captured in the photon sphere is a collection of the universe's most resilient rays, orbiting the dark center for eons without ever falling in. These photons are like the ghosts of ancient stars, trapped in a state of perpetual flight. They create a shimmering golden halo that marks the edge of the unseeable, a luminous boundary for the silent king. You watch them circle, a movement that is both frantic and perfectly still. This is the harmony of the deep, and light drifts onward. The density of the singularity is the final answer to the question of what happens when matter is pushed to its limit. It is a state of absolute simplification, where the complex structures of atoms and molecules are set aside in favor of a single, unified point of truth. You imagine this point as the ultimate seed, a concentration of reality that holds the potential for a whole new universe. It is a place of beginning as much as it is a place of end. The orbit holds. The frame dragging near the horizon is a physical proof that we are all part of the same moving fabric. When the black hole turns, it pulls the rest of the galaxy along with it, a subtle and rhythmic tug that connects every star to the center. You feel this connection in your own heartbeat, a steady and comforting reminder that you are part of a larger whole. There is no such thing as an isolated event in a universe that is so tightly woven. Peace lingers in the dark. The black hole's role in the birth of the first stars suggests that the dark has always been a provider for the light. By gathering the gas of the early universe into dense clouds, the black hole created the conditions necessary for the first fires of fusion to ignite. We owe our life to this dark work, a silent labor that took place in the deep of the ancient night. You feel a sense of profound gratitude for this foundation. The network endures. The accretion disk is a place of constant renewal, where the old matter of the galaxy is broken down and turned into the energy that fuels the next generation of stars. It is a cosmic furnace, a place where the material world is refined and perfected. You watch the flickering of the flames, a steady and reassuring light that speaks of the persistence of life. Nothing is ever truly lost. It is only changed into a more radiant form, and life adjusts once more. The gravitational waves produced by the merger of black holes are the only sound that can escape the dark to tell us what is happening within. They are ripples in the very fabric of space, carrying the story of the most powerful unions in history across the vastness of the eons. When these waves pass through you, they do so with a gentle, rhythmic touch, a reminder of the scale of the world. You are a listener for the echoes of the dark, and silence follows. The concept of spaghettification is a reminder that in the presence of the infinite, all things must eventually find their simplest shape. The stretching of matter into thin, elegant lines is a process of refinement, a return to the fundamental geometry of the vacuum. This simplification is not a destruction, but a liberation from the weight of the physical world. You feel your own thoughts becoming leaner and more focused as you drift through the shadow. Still, the current flows. The event horizon provides a boundary of safety that allows the laws of physics to function in the rest of the universe. It is a shield that protects the finite world from the infinite density of the center, a way for the cosmos to keep its most extreme secrets contained. You respect this barrier, a sign that the universe is well-ordered and secure. There is a profound dignity in the existence of the horizon, and everything softens. As the black hole grows, it becomes more stable and more profound, a permanent fixture in the map of the stars. This relationship between size and stillness is a lesson in the power of endurance. The larger you become, the less you are moved by the small storms of the world. You find inspiration in this stability, a way to be large and calm in a universe of constant change. You breathe in the cool air of the dark. The rhythm continues. The shadow of the black hole is a visual confirmation of the power of the dark to hold the light. It is a void that is filled with the presence of gravity, a silent destination for the rays that have traveled across the universe. Seeing this shadow is a moment of deep closure, a recognition that every journey has an end. You hold the image of the shadow in your mind, a dark jewel in the crown of the night, and the quiet returns to the roots. Within the interior, the no-hair theorem ensures that the black hole is a state of ultimate honesty, defined by only a few fundamental properties. This reduction of complexity is the goal of all science, and the black hole has achieved it with perfect grace. It is a place where the masks of the material world are set aside, and only the truth remains. You feel the integrity of this state, a world that is finally itself. Still, the universe breathes. The Hawking radiation is the black hole's way of returning its energy to the universe, a slow and patient movement toward a final balance. It is a process of letting go that will last for trillions of years, a long exhale that marks the end of a very long story. You sense the benevolence of this radiation, a commitment to the cycle of return that transcends the life of a single star. It is a quiet and enduring wisdom, and wonder expands. The tidal forces at the horizon act as a gentle guide, aligning everything that enters for its final journey toward the center. This touch is a reminder that even in the most extreme environments, there is a steady and predictable order to follow. You feel the safety of this guidance, a direction that never wavers, and a grip that never fails. It is the ultimate expression of the law of belonging, a love written in gravity, and the quiet holds. The black hole's jets are a sign of the immense activity that resides within the quiet center. They are pillars of fire that reach across the galaxy, stirring the gas into new forms and triggering the birth of new suns. This is the paradox of the dark. It is a consumer of mass that also acts as a generator of light. You see the beauty in this balance, the way the dark feeds the light in a never-ending cycle. The orbit holds. The accretion disk is a place where the laws of nature are seen in their most vibrant form, turning gravity into heat and heat into light. It is a laboratory of the vacuum, showing us the limits of what is possible. You watch the flickering of the disk, a rhythmic pulse that marks the passage of time at the edge of the void. It is a steady and comforting beat that grounds your own pulse, and everything rests. The photon sphere is a shimmering halo of trapped light, a place where the fastest thing in the universe has finally found a reason to stay. These photons are the eternal guardians of the dark, a crown of gold for the silent king. You watch them dance in their perfect circles, a movement that is both constant and still. This is the beauty of the deep, a place of ultimate poise, and light drifts onward. In the far future, the black holes will be the last remaining structures in a universe that has grown cold and still. They will be the silent witnesses to the end of time, holding the memories of the stars long after the stars have faded. This longevity is a form of cosmic memory, a way for the universe to preserve its history. You feel a sense of profound respect for these ancient witnesses, the keepers of the flame. The network endures. The information stored on the horizon is a library of everything the black hole has ever touched, a record of the history of the stars. This means that the black hole is not just an object, but a biography, a collection of all the lives and all the light that have found their way home. You are part of this biography now, your own journey added to the quiet archive. You feel the weight of this belonging, and silence follows. The black hole's temperature is a sign of its connection to the world of the very small, a bridge between the giant and the tiny. This synthesis is the ultimate goal of our search for truth, a place where the contradictions of the world are finally resolved into a single harmony. You feel the intellectual peace of this unity, a world that is finally whole. The mystery is a bridge to the quiet. Still, the universe breathes. As the matter in the disk spirals inward, it emits a low hum that vibrates through the fabric of the galaxy. This is the heartbeat of the black hole, a steady and rhythmic pulse that marks the passage of its long life. You match your own heartbeat to this cosmic pulse, finding a sense of synchronization with the rest of existence. You are moving in, time with the universe, a part of the flow, and peace lingers. The singularity is the place where the universe's archive is finally closed, a state of density where no more can be said. It is the final period, at the end of the sentence of matter, a resolution of all the themes of the cosmic story. You stand at this limit with a sense of completion, knowing that you have reached the heart of the mystery. There is nothing more to do. There is only the presence, and everything softens. The event horizon is a reminder that boundaries are necessary for the world to have meaning. It allows the finite and the infinite to coexist in a single, balanced system, a way for the universe to be both large and small. You find comfort in these limits, a sense that the world is well designed and secure. You are safe within the boundaries of your own life, a part of the whole, and the quiet remains. As we drift away from the dark center, we carry the stillness of the void back into the light of the stars. The black hole has taught us that the dark is not a place of fear, but a place of rest, a sanctuary for the past and a foundation for the future. You can sleep now, knowing that the same gravity which holds the galaxies also holds you, a steady and benevolent force that never lets go. The current flows in silent peace. The final movement of our journey leads us to the quietest realization of all, that the black hole is the universe's way of coming to terms with itself. It is the place where the exuberant energy of the stars is distilled into the pure essence of existence, a process of concentration that leaves only the most fundamental truths behind. You feel the weight of this distillation, a stripping away of the noise and the light until only the steady, rhythmic core of reality remains. It is a moment of absolute clarity, where the mind finally catches up to the silence of the vacuum, and the quiet remains. As you look back at the vast, spiraling galaxy from the edge of the dark, you see the black hole not as a void, but as a central sun of gravity. It is the invisible conductor of a symphony that spans 100,000 light-years, ensuring that every star and every planet follows the score written in the fabric of space. This coordination is the ultimate expression of the universe's desire for harmony, a way to keep the chaos of the void at bay. You find peace in this leadership, a sense of being part of a well-rehearsed and beautiful dance. The rhythm continues. The information stored on the event horizon is a testament to the permanence of every life and every light. In the logic of the black hole, nothing is ever truly deleted. It is merely archived in a different dimension, held in a state of eternal preservation. This means that your own presence, your own thoughts, and your own journey are part of the permanent record of the cosmos, safe from the erosion of time. You feel a sense of profound security in this archive, a knowledge that you belong to the forever. The network endures. Even the singularity, that point of infinite density, is a symbol of a new beginning. In many theories of physics, the singularity of a black hole is the birth point of a new universe, a place where the laws of nature are reset and a new story begins. This cyclic nature of existence is a source of infinite wonder, a reminder that every end is just a hidden doorway to a different start. You stand at this threshold with a sense of excitement and rest, a balance of curiosity and peace, and wonder expands. The Hawking radiation that slowly returns the black hole's mass to the galaxy is the ultimate act of cosmic altruism. It is a slow, methodical dissolution that ensures the energy of the past is available for the futures that have yet to be born. This cycle of gathering and giving is the fundamental rhythm of the universe, a breath that takes eons to complete. You sense the benevolence of this exhaling, a long, cool wind that carries the seeds of new stars. Still, the universe breathes. In the far, far future, when the last black hole has finally evaporated, the universe will be a place of perfect, uniform stillness. This is the state of maximum entropy, a beautiful and cold equilibrium where the journey of matter has finally reached its destination. It is the ultimate sleep of the cosmos, a time of unburdened potential and absolute rest. You can see this future in your mind's eye, a long, dark horizon that stretches into the infinite, and everything rests in its place. The gravity that anchors the black hole is the same force that keeps your feet on the ground and your heart in its steady rhythm. It is the language of belonging, a silent pull that reminds us we are always connected to the earth and the stars. You feel this pull now, a gentle and insistent weight that invites you to let go of the day and sink into the support of the world. You are held by the same laws that hold the galaxies. The quiet holds. The black hole has shown us that darkness is not a lack of existence, but a deeper state of it. It is a sanctuary where time forgets to hurry, and where the noise of the world is muffled by the thickness of the vacuum. In this dark, we find the space to breathe, to reflect, and to simply be. You carry this sanctuary with you now, a quiet pocket of space within your own mind. It is a place of absolute safety and endless rest. Peace lingers in the dark. The light of the accretion disk, the jets of the poles, and the glow of the photon ring are all reflections of the power that resides in the silence. They are the outward signs of an inner peace that is so profound, it shapes the very universe around it. You find inspiration in this balance, a way to be active in the world while remaining still at your center. Your own life is a disk of light around a quiet, steady heart, and still, it turns. The journey through the science of the black hole is a journey through the limits of our own understanding. It reminds us that there is always more to discover, always a deeper layer to the mystery, and always a new way to see the dark. This humility is the path to wisdom, a way to remain endlessly curious while being perfectly grounded. You accept the unknown with a soft smile, finding comfort in the secrets of the night, and the quiet returns to the roots. The event horizon is a bridge between the finite and the infinite, a place where the rules of our daily life meet the rules of the eternal. It is a threshold that invites us to step beyond the small and the temporary, into the vast and the permanent. You have crossed this threshold tonight, drifting through the architecture of the deep cosmos, until you found your own sense of place. You are home in the universe, a resident of the dark and the light. The network endures. The temperature of the vacuum, the curvature of the space, and the flow of the time have all aligned to bring you to this moment of rest. The black hole is the ultimate teacher of stillness, showing us how to gather our energy and find our center. You match your breath to the slow gravitational pulse of the whole, a rhythmic expansion and release that calms the mind and settles the body. You are moving in harmony with the laws of nature. Still, the universe breathes. As the last echoes of the galactic jets fade into the distance, you are left with the pure, unadorned presence of the dark. It is a benevolent presence, a shadow that protects and a weight that comforts. You are tucked into the folds of space-time, safe from the noise and the rush of the world. The universe is watching over you, its dark eyes full of ancient and steady love. You can close your eyes now, for the story is complete, and everything softens. The singularity is no longer a point of mystery, but a point of rest. It is the final destination for the wandering thoughts of the day, a place where they can finally settle and be still. You let your mind drift into this center, feeling the density of the peace that resides there. There is nothing left to solve and nothing left to know. There is only the quiet truth of your own existence. You are enough, just as you are, and silence follows. The black hole is the universe's way of archiving itself, a profound concentration of existence that proves nothing is ever truly deleted from the cosmic record. It is the ultimate testament to the endurance of physical laws, showing that even in total darkness, there is an absolute and unwavering order. This order is your safety, a structure that holds you even when you sleep. You are part of the archive, a beautiful and essential bit of the whole. The orbit holds. The light of the distant stars is a reminder of the vastness of the world, but the gravity of the black hole is a reminder of the closeness of the center. You have explored both tonight, finding a balance between the infinite and the singular. This balance is the essence of serenity, a state where you are both expansive and grounded. You are a bridge between the stars and the shadow, a creature of the middle ground, and life adjusts once more. The current of the dark continues to flow, a slow and steady river that carries the galaxy through the eons. You are a leaf on this river, moving with a grace that requires no effort and a direction that requires no choice. You are exactly where you need to be, held by the steady hand of the cosmos. The journey has led you back to yourself, back to the stillness of the beginning. The current flows in quiet harmony. If your eyes remain open, another journey awaits. But if sleep arrives, you are already home. The black hole will continue its long, silent vigil at the center of the galaxy, and the stars will continue their rhythmic dance around the dark. You are part of this enduring cycle, a steady and peaceful presence in a universe of wonder. Thank you for resting here tonight. Your presence keeps this circle of calm alive, and the quiet holds. The darkness is a soft pillow, and the gravity is a warm blanket. You are drifting now in the perfect thermodynamic equilibrium of the night, a state of absolute balance and profound peace. The science of the stars has become the science of your own rest, a lullaby of knowledge and rhythm. The universe is quiet, the stars are steady, and you are safe. Peace hums through the body, a gentle rhythmic song of the void, and everything rests. The last flicker of the accretion disk fades, leaving only the deep, resonant shadow and the shimmering memory of the light. The black hole is a silent vessel of memory, and you are its passenger, drifting through the timeless halls of the archive. You have found the heart of the mystery, and it is a place of ultimate kindness. Sleep now, for the universe continues to hold you in its steady, dark embrace. The journey is complete, and the quiet is absolute. I hope this journey through the dark heart of the cosmos has brought you a sense of profound peace and curiosity.